How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review Arrow Season 3, Episode 21, titled Sah Him or Sah Him, whichever one you prefer. Ross is Sah Him. I say Sah Him, him and him. Whatever floats your boat, man. This is a spoiler review for the episode. If you've not seen it, go to cw.com/arrow. Watch the full episode there. I also reviewed The Flash and Supernatural. Check it out on my channel, guys. Anyway, my webcam and the computer is not really up to par, and it's not really working right now. So I'm going to do it on the tablet. I know the background, it's not as good as the others, but I'm just going to make this quick. Recap it, less than a minute. I'm not going to really explain it, just blah, 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 tell you what happened, pros and cons, final score, make this video short and sweet so I could, it'll make it more easier to edit and etc. and render. So what did well, let me start off first, guys, and there's 2 more episodes left of Arrow, and that's it, and we got a hint at a Season 4 villain. I may get the name wrong, guys, but we're getting there. So first off, I'm just going to say Oliver for the sake of it. I'm not going to say Sah Him every time. I'm just going to say Oliver, by the way, because it's just, I'm not going to do it. So Oliver and Roz are training, and basically he has this guy comes, and basically it's basically Diggle, but it's somebody else, and he's having, hallucinations, whatever, and he stabs Diggle, but of course it was just another guy. Damien Dark. Now it's either Dark or Dark. Damien Dark used to be around when Roz was alive, and now he's still alive, but he has an organization named Hive. Obviously, we know what Hive is, man. We don't know much about it, but we've seen clues, hints, etc. So Season 4, the rumors are true, Damien Dark will be the villain. Now, or at least that's what we think. So, Black Canary is training, she's eating with Nyssa, and there's a flashback where the virus is out, and basically their Shroud's-men, or Shreve's men are giving it out to them, and they think it's a cure, but they bleed and everything, so it sucks for them. All hell's going loose, and Oliver goes up to them and is like, destroy all of it. Ollie is after Nyssa, basically, and he fights, and he's Sah Him now, so he does more of a deeper voice, and he's like, I need to take you back to Nanda Parbat. And it's like, then we will fight. And so they fight, and Canary does her cry, she's like, that cry, like the canary cry. I couldn't wait for the canary cry. I was like, canary cry, and then she did it, and I was like, oh. It was more epic in the, it was more epic in the promo. I wish it could have just been more epic. I guess what I was expecting wasn't what I expected. We'll get into that in a minute. So that happened, and what happens when she sees Oliver Felicity in the webcam, and then he jumps off the building? She's like, Oliver. And at that moment, I hate to be a hater, but I'm tired of Felicity. And she's all sad. She's like, oh, Oliver. I was like, shut up. Why? Stop being a... Who cares? Oliver's gone. Yes, get over it. There's other guys. Go back to Ray, man. If I was you, I'd go back to Ray. What are you doing, man? Gosh, get out of here. So Felicity's sad. Oliver took Lila, and he has leverage to get Nyssa, so basically Diggle is mad and yelling at Nyssa and being like, my family, you're, with your fault, you need to get back there and face, basically turn yourself in. Suicide. So another fight occurs, and it's in this whole set. It looks like it's a filming set for one thing, and it's Oliver and the League versus Canary versus Diggle versus Lila, and Thea also shows up, and the whole time Nyssa got taken, and Laura was like, no! I was thinking to yourself, you have the canary cry. Why don't you just use the canary cry? What? Cisco made it for nothing if you're not going to use it every single battle. We'll do the wee, and then everyone will be like, why don't you do it? What are you doing? I'm just being honest. I'm like, why? I was like, use the canary. And then she didn't use it, and I was like, well, apparently you don't care about Nyssa because you would have used it. So basically, Thea shoots Oliver in the arm, and no pain at all. Obviously, he could take pain, and he looks at Thea, and he just walks And I was like, it's intense. The next one's going through your eyes. Yeah, I don't want Thea to be in a costume. Don't put her in a costume, please. But that was a little bit intense. And the big shocker, man, Oliver is to marry Nyssa. Roz is like, he was basically a test for Oliver to kill Nyssa. And then he's like, no. You're good, Sah Him. But you and her are to wed. So next week is going to be their wedding. I didn't expect that. I'm going to be honest, I was like, what? Oh, so lucky. Gosh. Anyway, there's a flashback where Keo is bleeding, kind of like a cheesy, like, he's bleeding. I'm like, really? Really? We know he dies, but that's how he dies, the virus. Okay. So Thea knows of Roy, kind of a waste of time there. And at the end, probably a big disappointment is where Roz takes him to the Lazarus Pit, and he brings out the alpha virus that I guess Shreve had a couple years ago, and he's like, I want you to unleash this, my child, on Starling City. And he's kind of like, Arrow. And I was like, we have 2 hours left. 2 hours left to conclude season 3. And then wait like 6 months after that. And you're going to do the alpha, start like, I'm a big Arrow fan. I love Green Arrow. He's my favorite DC hero. What I can say is The Flash had a better episode this week. That's all I can say. Now, my pros for this episode, first off, the action. The action wasn't nothing where I was like, oh my god, you know, nothing like that. The action was regular choreography, boom, boom, boom. Oh, Arrow, he missed, she missed, he missed, she missed. Sword out of the hand. Oh, I'm not a good fighter. You know, the same old choreography that we know. Nothing too exciting, but the action still. I'm not trying to hate on the episode. I love Arrow. I love it. It's just the episode this season has been good. It hasn't been great. Last week was really good. Actually great. I don't even remember last week's episode. What was it? Oh yeah, you know, that was actually, it was a good one. It was a okay one, but this one was just, the action was okay. The opening though, I really do like the opening, just the whole Diggle thing, and I thought that was Diggle for real. And he was like, you know, I kind of blotted for a second when he stabbed him. I was like, no, because that was a good way for Diggle to go when you think about it. Like, in a way, it wasn't really, but right when he stabbed him, like, and the blood was like, I was like, dude, no way. And then it wasn't, and I was like, okay, well, I just got punked by the CW. Diggle himself, man, I do like David Ramsey's acting, and when he got mad at Nyssa, I was getting scared. He was like, and Nyssa was just taking it, and he was like, it's your fault, and he's like, back out of it, Laurel. And Felicity, and no one likes Felicity no more, and she's there, and she's like, Oliver, and I'm like, shut up, get out of here, no one likes you, go home to your porn star of a mom. Jesus Christ. I had to get into that. Oh, her mom's not that bad. She ain't that bad. At first, I didn't like Oliver's voice. Like, I can't even explain it. He's trying to do like a deeper voice. You know, like, I'm an evil version of Oliver. I'm Sah Him. But I didn't like it at first, but then I was like, you know what, I could buy into it. It's not going to be forever that he's going to have it. I doubt he'll be with Barry Allen in that episode where he's like, Barry, how are you doing? You needed me? He's like, because Oliver. And I love the opening also, by the way, before, where he's like, my name was Oliver Queen. Now I've become something else. And I was like, that's genius. That's genius. Anyway, I'm going over 9 minutes already. The whole wedding twist thing, that's going to be really fun, really interesting to see. And the whole Nyssa and the milkshake and everything. And then Laurel had to ruin it. Oh yeah, by the way, Oliver is not a Parbat. But I really wanted her to be like, munchy. And then like, dip it again. And I'm like, dude, Laurel was at the bar earlier, the restaurant again, dipping, and she just drops it. I'm like, there's hungry people in the world. Eat the damn food. What do you, like, do you have money just to spend? Like, yeah, hamburgers. Oh, I don't want to eat it. You know, oh, I'm going to go fight crime. Food. Right there. Eat it. What are you doing? I'm just saying. It kind of pisses me off. I'm like, really? Are we doing this? We're doing? And also, I do like the flashbacks. It was more action-packed. The action in the flashbacks were better than the present fighting. It really was. And, basically it of the pros. My cons: Felicity, time to go. Thea, her storyline in this episode wasn't interesting. I honestly don't care about her and Roy. The ending itself, 2 more episodes. I'll stick with it. With the storyline, I'll be like, okay, I'll deal with it, 2 more hours, but still, I'm kind of like, really, the whole, Roz has the alpha right there, like, this virus in Starling City, like, really? You couldn't just, why is it Starling? What about the world? What about the rest of the place? But Starling City has to be the place. And the whole feeling, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling this episode as I felt other ones, like where I was more immersed into the episode. And also, they keep on teasing. Like, did you notice 6 or 7 times in the episode it said, Ray Palmer, Ray Palmer, Ray Palmer, Ray Palmer building, Ray Palmer. And yes, she said, oh, Ray's out, he's out somewhere. No Adam at all. Like, again, you're teasing us. Ray Palmer, Ray Palmer. They kept on showing the logo, and I was like, what are you doing? Did anyone else notice that? Why are you showing the Ray Palmer logo if you're not gonna show him? I thought he was gonna walk into the office and something like that. But no, it had that feeling like Brandon Ralph's not gonna be in the episode. It's not gonna have much humor. It's gonna be more serious, more lonely, more sadistic. And it was. So overall, I'm going to give this episode a B-, a 8.0 out of 10. That's an 8 out of 10. It's a good episode. It's not, even though I ranted on it and I hated it, I'm just trying to tell you my true feelings about the episode. I'm not trying to dog it and be like, it's dog it's crap. It's not. It's still a good show. I love Arrow still. It's just this episode, it's so good. It got a B-. That's not bad at all, actually. You're really good if you got a B-, but it could have been great. It could have been better. The action could have, like, the whole thing looked like it obviously looks like a set piece, and the railing and everything. I was like, really? It's like they're running out of locations to do set pieces. I don't know what's going on. But B-, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope all of you enjoyed. I'll see you next week for another Arrow episode. Until then, I believe we have 3 more episodes of The Flash. Don't quote me on that. 3 more episodes of The Flash. 4 more episodes of Supernatural, 3 more after tonight, technically, and 2 more of Arrow. Again, don't quote me on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below, let me know what was your favorite part of Arrow. What are your pros? What are your cons? What is your score? What's in your wallet? What's for dinner? Until next time, may the Spock be with you always.